Hey, it's Vincent here from Vincent Games, your untapped source of MTG tips, info and discussion. Welcome to another episode of my Magic the Gathering vlog. I am freshly back from GP Birmingham, which was a long drive and mixed feelings about the whole thing really. Overall, I didn't do as well as I would have liked. I went 3-4 and dropped. It was quite disappointing. I took Affinity with me, and I had hoped I would do better with the deck. I have been practicing with it quite a lot on the build up to the actual tournament, and it was just a bit unfortunate that I didn't really quite get there, as it were. There was a couple of things that I was sort of plagued with. 2 rounds in particular, I was at the wrong end of a Stony Silence. I had to mulligan quite a lot as well, which obviously isn't great, and I also kept a couple of hands which in hindsight weren't the best keeps. They were risky keeps, and the risks didn't pay off. And I think it's frustrating because I don't necessarily think that some of the hands I was keeping were bad per se, but they were needing things to line up well, and it just didn't work out for me. I stand by some of the decisions that I made, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about what I did, but I think sometimes you have to make a call and it doesn't always work out the best for you. Maybe in future, as I get better with the deck, these decisions will be easier. But that being said, I don't think I played badly. A lot of the plays that I made to win games were very good. I had lots of decisions in the games even when I won. There was only a handful of times where I just goldfished my opponent and just won on the spot because Affinity was doing its thing. So the matches that I won, I earned that, so that was quite good. But it is what it is, and you can't win them all. GP Birmingham was pretty intense. There was a lot of people there. There's about 1,700 people there. Very, very packed. If you've never been to an event like that before, it's quite an experience, and although it is very crowded and very, very busy, it's great fun. And on the Friday and the Sunday, when I was doing side events and being a bit more relaxed about the whole thing, I even managed to get a Chaos Draft in, which was great fun. I managed to pull a foil Dragonstorm and a Perforos. Got on the Forge, I think, the Theros, the red Theros god, which was awesome. And the packs were pretty uninteresting beyond that. For some reason, there were Kamigawa packs in there, which if you've never done a Chaos Draft before, they're not very good. I think you need to have other spirit related packs in the Chaos Draft to make the Kamigawa packs even remotely good. There was so many different like Spirit Matters cards in those decks that I was kind of like, well, every time the Kamigawa pack came around, it was just like, I'm not picking anything here, it's just crap. But other than that, it was great fun. I built this weird ramp deck in 4 colours, which the payoff cards were this 5 mana 4/4 which you could tap to deal damage to something, damage equal to its power to a creature, and it had vigilance as well, so you could attack with it and then tap to then kill another creature, which was pretty insane. I had the 3 mana Steal a Creature card with Strive for 3 mana, and with the fact I was playing ramp, I actually managed to cast that for 9 mana, stealing 3 creatures of my opponent, and it hit for pretty much lethal damage on the spot. So the deck could do some silly things. That was great fun. I also drafted Black-White Zombie deck on a side event as well, which was great. I do like the Black-White Zombie deck in Hour of Devastation. That one kept draft. It's a very powerful deck, which is nothing new to hear, but it was great fun to actually draft that deck. Because I haven't actually drafted that archetype yet, so that was good. And overall, my teams, I'm part of a team. In particular, one of our team members cashed out and was like 31st, I believe. That could be wrong, but either way, they did very, very well. And they even beat a pro player, which was amazing. So we were all in very high spirits because of that going on as well, which is a really great thing actually about being part of a team, which is what I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit. Was that even though I didn't do particularly well, it was really exciting to be part of the team where one person or other people may be doing much better, and actually sharing in that enjoyment and kind of giving them a boost. And even though I was knocked out, it was nice to be able to say, okay, come on, you got this, and being part of that support network was really cool, and it was really awesome to see them do really well. So that's nice. I mean, if you're thinking about being part of a team, or you know that people are, you've got to be willing to put time into practice and get better as a team, not just as an individual, but to help the team get better as well. And if that's something that you'd be interested in doing as a group thing, then it's definitely worthwhile being part of a team. That made the whole weekend that much better. So I've been to 2 GPs before this one, and they are quite, at times, quite solitary things. Obviously, if you're there with friends, that's great, but between rounds, you can sometimes be not around people, or your friends are in another match somewhere, or not always around. You might be doing completely different events as well, so you're just not around people all the time. So there are times where you are just standing around on your own, or getting food on your own if people aren't free at the same time as you. So having the team there is really nice, or having friends there with you is really cool, because you can kind of try and find them, watch their games, or just hang out together between the rounds. And let's face it, these sorts of things, there is a lot of waiting around between matches, so definitely something to consider if you're thinking of getting better, or you're aware of something that already exists that you might want to try and become a part of to improve yourself, and yeah, just enjoy that whole experience of being part of the team. It's really helped me in the last couple of months, really focusing on just getting better at Magic. It really helps you to have a bit of accountability and a reason not to fall behind, because we're all guilty of it. Real life gets in the way of things, other commitments, other interests. Hell, even just chilling out and doing nothing on some days if you had a busy week. But being part of that whole team is really helpful to encourage me to play more and just get better, which is really useful. And if it's something you're on the fence about, and something you can maybe make happen in your gaming community, your Magic community around you, then it's definitely worthwhile considering. So yeah, that was my GP, and I got some awesome sleeves. I did post on my Facebook page, which you can check out the link for in the description below. I got some new sleeves, which I think are pretty awesome. Some Game of Thrones inspired sleeves, which were pretty sweet. Got a couple of comments about those throughout the weekend, which was nice. I also got these ones as well. They are Fallout 4 inspired sleeves. So if you ever played the Fallout series, it's the loading screen or the Pip-Boy style sort of graphic there, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, as I say, this might look like nothing to many of you, but if you've ever played the Fallout games, you'll get what that is. And they were pretty cool. And I also got the playmat as well, which was nice. I didn't get it as part of the main package. I got it after I did the PTQ. Got it as part of the PTQ, which was quite nice. Did a sealed tournament on the Sunday, and everyone who did that got another promo and a playmat. So that was quite cool. But moving forward, looking ahead, we're going to be thinking about Nationals and GP Liverpool, which is also sealed. So we're stocking up on plenty of booster packs and going to grind some sealed as a team, try and just improve at that, critique each other's sealed decks, and just generally try and put ourselves in the best position to do as best as possible for when the date rolls around in October. And between now and then, standard for Nationals as well. Really looking forward to that. I think for us, our Nationals is going to be before Ixalan comes out as well, so it's going to be current standard, which is a little bit weird, but it is what it is, and we'll just keep going with that. So yeah, that was my GP. Not really much more to talk about or chat about today. It's been a very hectic weekend. I know I said I'd do Modern League with Affinity, and I still do intend to, but with all the testing and playing and other stuff that's gone on, I just have not had much time to record at the moment. So it will be something I do very soon. But I heard a weird noise then. That was odd. I think it's just a seagull. So yeah, it will be something I do in the near future. hope maybe within this next week or so. Seeing a lot of family and friends at the moment as well, as I'm on holiday for a little while. So it's a very, very busy time, even though I'm not at work. So yeah, I will do it at some point. In the meantime, did you attend GP Birmingham? If you did, I want to hear all about it. Put any bad beat stories or fun stories that you have below in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear about anything that you got up to at GP, because I saw a lot of people and had a really nice time. There was only one negative experience the whole GP for me. Well, there was one person who was cheating in the game against me, which was unpleasant to say the least. And it really hits home for me the moral of always call a judge. If anyone's pulling anything shady, you should just always do that. And yeah, other than the one really sour experience I had against a person who was just lying about game state, trying to draw cards, etc. The whole other time of the tournament was really, really good, really good experience. So yeah, 99% of the people who play against these sorts of things will be nice, genuine people. It's only the occasional bad egg that you come across sometimes that can sometimes be making things awkward, but generally speaking, the event was really good. So yeah, let me know about any cool stories or fun things that happened to you at GP Birmingham. We're really interested to hear about all of that. In the meantime, I'd also like to remind you I do run a podcast as well, glimmerofgenius.podbean.com. That's glimmerofgenius.podbean.com. There is a link to that below in the description box, and I also post up all the episodes for that on the channel here as well, so you can check all of those out, as well as just looking at the link in the description below for the main website. But yeah, as a Magic the Gathering podcast, it's really good fun, so do check that out as well. If you're enjoying the stuff you're seeing here, it's just an extension of that with a couple of really good friends of mine that really make the whole thing a bit of a laugh, as well as talking about some serious Magic stuff as well. So yeah, do give that a listen, it's really good. And also consider subscribing to the channel as well. There's plenty more content to come, as I keep saying, but you might as well keep up to date with everything as I produce it. But that's enough from me for now. I don't know if you can tell, but I am very, very sleepy. I'm probably just going to have a little nap before I need to pop out to pick up my other half from watching Mamma Mia the musical. So yeah, I'm going to shoot now, but thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for more.